And if, for the record, do I think that Mr. Trump should be president of the United States? No, I don't think so. And I think a lot of people were paid a lot of money to vote, and that's interference with our electoral process, and that every Freudian slip that's come out of the president of the United States' mouth has been indicative of his own self-incrimination. Everything he's told about what other people have done, he's done himself. And it's like you had a choice, man. Good or evil. Yeah. Don't hate Mr. Trump. Oh, poor guy. He's just an actor. I mean, seriously, dude, he's an actor, and he happens to got himself into president of the United States. It just doesn't make sense to me, folks. And it makes sense in that the evil that has surrounded corporations and shit have managed to finagle their way themselves into our democracy. They got this guy convinced millions and billions, they could say billions of people, that he was somehow doing us a favor. Man, it could not be further from the truth, folks. And it's not like the figure of hate you want to project. That's what they want you to do. They want you to have some face of person that you're gonna hate and blame Hyperloopy, Elon, the rocket geek kid. That kid got sucked in it. He didn't even know what the fuck he's doing. Happens to be the richest person on the planet, apparently. Well, one of the richest. That's what they have you to believe. $500 billion doesn't make you the richest person on the planet, first of all. and the media, the news, the things that most people they're consuming, unless it's from the CNN and BBC, it's not fact checked. And Google is the only company right now that you could probably trust without any uncertainty as to whether or not this is factually based on science or not. The only difference between a democracy and a fascist government is that we have we the people and not an autonomous autocracy of meritocracy of people who made it into Harvard and Yale and managed to redistribute the wealth within their families and own a monopoly. Walmart, Amazon. It goes on and on. Home Depot. What else? CVS. Johnson & Johnson. All the big names that people think, oh, I'm going to buy something there. That made some evil, greedy person really wealthy and powerful to keep everybody working for them. And it's as if our culture, our species, it's an age of information. We just started to share this shit. Oh shit, this big rat has all the cheese and I don't want to share nobody. Run and try to grab the big rat and blame the big rat, whatever. But the reality that would solve the problem is you got to look at it as we are the cheese. We are the world, and everyone wants a piece of us. So you have to look at it as we're sharing everything, from within. Not a rat race where everyone tries to get something and you got the big fat rat telling, I'm going to kill everybody that gets in my way. Even consuming, you see what rats they do, they're vermin, they consume their own. It's disgusting. And that's what human beings, they want to try to blame the other and say, it's the other one that's like the rat. No, it's the fascist that compares the Jew or the other person or the Negro to a rat. because they want to think that they are the best rat in their dictator trap. And it sucked because I had to put a suit and tie on every day and say, oh, here's this great book I published about my father. And these motherfuckers, they were looking at like, how the fuck did you get in here? Like, where's my security? Like these are people who were bred into having people chirping around them saying their ears can't hear the truth. They don't know. And that's what the Renaissance in France tried to do, the revolution in France tried to destroy about the Renaissance. It's this decadence, this kind of bullshit with celebrity and decadence that destroyed our very own culture as we know it, and our freedoms. It's taken away our freedoms. And we have now regressed back 400 years. There's a person in the West trying to erase the history of the United States as we know it and try to rewrite the fundamental ideals of what our country was founded upon, folks. You know, I'm going to go back to making my art. I'm going to go back to doing what it is I'm going to do during my day off. Okay? Because I got to go back to work making money for fuckers who fly around in private jets who, while my mother and father were dying of cancer, motherfucker, dude, you didn't even give a second look at what I was trying to sell you. You know, man, you know, like I said, you know, Mr. Trump, I never knew you personally, you know, family or nothing like that, you know, but, you know, at the end of the day, you got to make decisions between what's right and what's wrong, you know, and I would like you to step down, surrender your badge or whatever it is, your plaque of your years as the president, and say, let me be the president of the United States. How about that? Okay? Everybody in favor, want to vote for me? Vote for me, please. Ollie, every day is an Ollie day. You know, shit. You know, I don't know what the fuck else to say. I'm American, you know. If I was American and fucking apple pies, you get it and shit, you know. And I did the best I could to defend my country and what I believe, you know, what I believe in. You know? Shit, you know, first of all, I don't ever go around impersonating police officers. No. No. But shit, if I'm not gonna force what I believe in, though, you know, and you take that badge, you know, whatever off of me or whatever, that you never even assigned to me, and you can shove it up your fucking ass, man, because honestly, if you're enforcing laws for shit that ain't fucking right, why the fuck would you do it in the first place? Oh, you're obeying orders? That makes you no different than a fucking Nazi. Folks, and no disrespect, I know y'all had to do your job as law enforcement, but if somebody tells you to do something that is wrong, right? And you know in your heart it's wrong, why the fuck would you do it just because somebody told you what to do? Otherwise they're gonna kill you, right? And that's what happens when you become a soldier or part of them, or you become one of them, you know. And I was explaining that to you. It's like there are people who just don't see good. They I'm tired of explaining, folks.